Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing here? It's another day, another dollar, I guess. Yeah.
Oh yeah, somebody making a lot of money right now.
Oh yeah, man. They got a lot of money going on here, and we got a lot of stuff getting ready to happen here. And shoot, we so close to another war. I don't know what to say. So, oh man. So what you got to say, Ted?
$371 million.
Oh man, 371 million. $371 million. Wow. Oh, well, okay. Talk to you all guys later.
Welcome to the TED Ed Podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Well, we are back here again, and this is it. Our esteemed leader has decided to lie, cheat, steal, and do the same thing he's been doing for a long time. But we're going to talk about what the heck happened, because I believe I understand why in the hell he did what the hell he did. So, oh yeah,
They got the insight.
Hey man, he did something. He did this. People, he did this because Israel couldn't make it for 2 weeks. They could not make it.
You said they were out. You said
They could
out.
not make it, man. You know they couldn't make it. Israel could not make it for 2 weeks, man. They were being destroyed, even though they are still being bombed and everything, but they could not have made it. You thought he would slow Iran down by doing that, but I don't know. He opened up a hornet's nest and everything. So we're going to see what the heck happened, because the world is out there, got their own opinions. Every last one of them countries out there got their own opinion about what the heck happened and what they're going to do about it. But it looks like Iran is coalescing around its friends. He's heading to Russia tomorrow and talk to Daddy Putin, see what he got to say.
Oh yeah.
He's probably gonna be having some kind of conversation with Yao, and he's probably going to have some more conversations with some of his Middle East partners and stuff there in the Middle East to let them know what the heck is going to happen. And they're getting ready to close the Straits of Hormuz. They're going to blockade that daggone strait.
What street they at?
Huh?
What street they gonna close?
Straits of Hormuz.
Hormuz.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta tell me what's going on with Hormuz.
It's a passageway, just wide enough and stuff for all those big carriers and stuff to carry oil carriers and all the traffic and trade and stuff that's going from the Middle East back to Europe, and United States. And they take that passage and stuff to Straits of Hormuz because they don't want to take the Indian Ocean and go all the way around the Cape of Africa just to go back and see their trading partners. So they use the Straits of Hormuz because it's a lot faster route. If they have to go all the way around the Cape Horn down by Africa, it's going to take them an extra 2 or 3 weeks of travel time on the ocean. So this is a shortcut to go to Europe and go to the United States for their trade, especially the oil. So they're closing it down. They're right there by it. They are right there by it. So anybody that comes through there, they don't have to do shit, but just Iran just gonna stop them. And the United States can't do nothing about it. They can bring the aircraft carriers or whatever the hell they want to do with everything, but they cannot stop them from doing that. It's impossible. So he just created a big problem and stuff for the world. And we have no idea exactly what they're planning on doing about those bases over there in the Middle East and what they're going to be doing here in the United States.
Well, that $371 million, each one of those 30,000-pound bombs costs anywhere between $15 and $20 million. They had 20 of them. I don't know if they used all 20 of them, but then I read the article saying that really they needed 40,000 pounds. Man, these folks, man, I don't know what's wrong with them, man. What's wrong with these people?
Well, Ted, everybody, it seems like everybody, each country has their own news media, and their news media is only going to report what the people they want the people in that country to hear. So most of the folks here in the United States are going to hear what Trump has to report and what his people had to report. They took the Sunday news cycle over. He sent out the vice president. They sent out the Secretary of State. They sent out the other folks and everything to blanket the news and everything with their bull crap. Reminds me of 2001 when Bush came into power. And he sat down there and he blanketed the daggone news media and stuff and got our asses into that Iraq war.
Sure did.
Got us into that Iraq war. And now Daddy Trump, Taco Man, turned around and he started to do the same goddamn shit. Getting us involved in something that we don't need to be in. And the horrible shame about it and stuff, Ted, the damn shit is Iran is hell. That we ain't nowhere near them. Everything that we have to do have to be transported across thousands and thousands of miles. They got to transport ship. They got to do everything. But one thing that he forgot about that Bush didn't have in his favor was nobody came over and bombed our Twin Towers before Trump did what the hell he did. So now these folks have an excuse to have their terrorist organizations come over and terrorize us. And the terrorism and stuff today compared to 24 years ago, it's not on the battlefield anymore.
That's right.
Not fought on the battlefield, not fought on the ground. Fought in a little room with some son of a gun sitting down there with a workstation, a computer screen, a mouse, and a keyboard, and sometimes a joystick. his fault was. Who's going to win that?
Well, we're supposed to have a whole lot of intelligence, intel.
Who's going to win that? I don't know. And the fact and stuff that Iran's had a long, long time to hide all of their stuff. And from what we hear, they did not. Trump said it was a total destruction. He's a goddamn lie. He lied again. How the hell are you going to get on our news folks cycle and tell the folks that you just bombed you need to come to the negotiation table?
I heard them say that.
You must,
the stupidest.
you must think Iran is a goddamn fool.
I was like, what the hell?
You're going to bomb me and then get on our TV station and say, well, they need to come to the negotiation table now. If that ain't the biggest joke in the world, I don't know what is. You done bombed my ass. And now I got to come to the negotiation table. Oh. Like that shit going to happen.
Nope. Like you just said, they can ready to go to Russia.
They going to Russia?
Big Daddy. And tell them you better get your boy, your puppet to act right.
No. They getting ready to devastate us real bad.
You said that, Ed.
They getting ready to devastate us real bad, Ted. I can just, in my mind, man, it's just racing the shit that he done in the last 6 months and how he done shut down his intelligence to Russia. He shut the intelligence down, the agency down that was monitoring them folks in Russia. He shut that shit down. And at this time, he needs them more than he needs anything else to find out exactly what the hell Russia and Iran are talking about. But the dumb son of a gun shut it down. Shut it down.
That's because he's a spy.
He don't know shit now. He don't know what the hell's going on. He can't determine what the hell's going on with fucking Russia and what they talking about, because he ain't gonna be able to get that agency and shit back up again because he's too damn stupid. And you got them daggone folks to get on the air and tell the American public that this man is a genius. He said the nerve to tell him the difference between those presidents who started their war and our president now is he's a genius. You got to be kidding me. And he said it with a straight face.
Straight face. Straight face.
Said it with a straight face. After 4 years ago, he talked about Trump like a dog. You don't know shit. And now 4 years later, he's a genius.
He think that he can scare them to death because he put a threat on them. Say if it's a retaliation, then you will see something that you've never seen before. Most of those people don't even care about death.
They don't care about that. They don't care about his threat. They know his threats is hollow. He told people it was a total destruction, and then they come to find out, and even 24 hours later, that they still got capabilities of nuclear capabilities and stuff. He didn't do shit. Them bombs didn't do nothing. Oh, all they did was just piss them boys off.
Well, that's what he does. He overstate his success.
Yep. He sounds just like me, Ted, when I was 4 years old. And I was fucking on his nest. After the hornets stung my black ass and I fell out the roof. Like the next day I got up and said, I'm gonna go over there and mess with that hornet's nest again. So I got me a stick, a long stick, and I hit that hornet's nest again. And man, they came at me and one of them stuck me in my eye. I said, shit, I better leave that hornet's nest alone. Oh man. That's how Trump sounded to me. Just like that hornet's nest. You didn't walk with that hornet's nest. And now oh man. Oh boy. Shit. I don't know, man. Oh Lord. If he was a genius, he would have realized that his armament factory is getting ready to be shut down. Because they don't have the damn raw material to keep making weapons.
Yeah.
They got less than 6 months, less than 2 months, they said, maybe a month before they run out of raw material to make weaponry. So he ain't planning on no long battles. Whatever's going on, ain't no long battles getting ready to happen. So China holds them raw materials, and you thought that they were going to give them up. Today, I guarantee you, ain't a raw material leaving that port of China. Not one. They done stopped everything. And even the car manufacturers can't get their raw materials now. They ain't getting shit because they know what the hell going to happen. Trump's going to try to commandeer their raw materials, so they ain't going to let them do nothing. He got to be the dumbest son of a gun in the world. And they pat him on the back. He's a genius. He wants to get a Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh yeah, they got a bunch of people trying to nominate him for it.
Just them stupid ass goddamn MAGA people. Shit, Pakistan did say something about it being that, but they turned around today and said, fuck him. Excuse my French people. Pakistan even turned around there and said, hell no, he can't get nothing. We ain't pointing him from shit. Oh man. And my boy up there in Canada, I don't know about Mark. I don't know about him.
What did he say?
I think they made a mistake when they pulled his name out of the hat. He might be a economic minded person and stuff and everything, but as far as diplomacy and being a leader, he got a few screws missing. He's running around there like a little chicken and stuff. He's scared to death after what getting ready to happen. Now, the rest of the world leaders, you ain't heard nothing about what they said. They ain't opened their mouth. Not one word did they say. You ain't heard nothing from France. You ain't heard shit from United Kingdom, and you ain't heard nothing from Germany. Not one word. But we heard what Mark Carney said.
What did he say?
We need to get them to the negotiation tables. We got to get you to the negotiation tables. He's running around there all scared. We got to get to the negotiation table. You better sit your ass down, Mark, and wait to see what the fuck happened. See where the wind is blowing. It ain't blowing toward Trump. It may not be blowing toward Iran. We just gonna see. The rest of the nations ain't saying nothing. Now Russia did come out there and say, "Yep, we siding with them, and we're going against the United States." But you ain't heard shit from China, not one word. Not the rest of them countries ain't said a word. They ain't opened their mouth.
China
They
about
don't.
making money, bro.
That's it. And
That's
most of
all they
them
about.
folks, out there ain't saying nothing. They trying to wait to see what the heck going to happen, how their wind is going to blow. Close your mouth, shut up, and decide where you're going to go. Quietly talk to your people and stuff and everything and figure out what you're going to say instead of running around there like a chicken with your head cut off, Mark. Talk to your premiers and find out where the wind's blowing with them, how they feel, what you're going to do, and get together with all of your premiers and have a united voice that you're going to be saying, because you know damn well Iran ain't coming to no damn negotiating table. Not right now. That shit is dead. Trump made damn sure of that. So that's where we at, people. That's where we at. Then you find out that he told some of the Republican senators that he was getting ready to send that strike off, but he never told not one Democrat.
Right.
Fuck y'all. Y'all don't need to know shit. I'm telling my Republican counterparts so they'll know. And then that dumbass Fetterman from Pennsylvania with his dumb butt, about two steps away from the nut house. He can't even wear a tie or a suit. He walked into the place with his sweatsuit on. He looked like one of the bums off the street. He said he praised Trump. Oh yeah, it's a good thing he went over there and bombed him. Now tomorrow they might open the nut house door and stuff. He might say something else. We don't know. Oh. Oh man, I don't know, Ted. We is in trouble.
Well,
So
this is breaking news.
breaking
I don't know how
news
true
here.
this is, but the Iranians says there's a surprise tonight that the world will remember for centuries. That's from the Iranian World News.
They said what now again?
There is a surprise tonight that the world will remember for centuries.
Y'all heard it from Ted.
That's what they say now. I'm just going by the news.
You heard it from Ted, y'all. You heard it from Ted. You got a surprise coming tonight, people.
Lord have mercy.
Oh man, we got a surprise coming tonight. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess Ted, we shall see. And hey, anything that happens, Ted, I am not going to be surprised. I am not going to be surprised at all. It is not going to surprise me. I do know there is a whole lot of people here in this country that's sitting on pins and needles right now.
Oh, yeah.
They sitting on pins and needles to find out what the heck happened, that this man messed up so bad that they're gonna drag us into a damn war.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have no words because I spent about 3 or 4 hours listening to their spokesperson, and some of these people talking and these panelists, and it's hard for me to wrap my head around because this is a religious war, Ed. We are in a religious war. Israel and Iranians, that's a religious war. That's the bottom line. And you got these right-wing Christians trying to make it happen because it's prophecy. And they're trying to make it happen because they hate their life. I'm serious, bro. These people hate their life. They're not happy. They're trying to make all these prophecies happen. That's why you have these religious people all up in the government now. You have these white-wing people. That's why they're trying to tear down every religious black person. Either going to set them up, they'll set them up with prostitutes, they'll set them up with other people, they'll set them up with money, and then you use that money for something else, then they're going to come for you. I tell you, man, there are some people out there that are really evil. And that's what's going on right now. I mean, you look at this Palantir, that right there is just the beginning. We always talked about, you always heard this. This is like, even when I was a kid, the mark of the beast. Well, the Palantir thing is just the beginning. That right there is identity. They know everybody, they got your picture and all that stuff. But pretty soon, in order for you to eat, and that's why you got the cyber money and all that stuff going on. So in order for you to transfer, you're gonna have to have one of those little tags on your arm or in your hand or on your forehead for you to spend money so they know who you are. That's why they let all these different nationalities and ethnic people come in this country to cause confusion. And then they don't even demand English so these people can assimilate. It used to be when people came to this country, they had to assimilate. You had Italians come up here speaking other languages, and they had to go to school to learn English. And all other ethnic groups. But now, you just let people in and who cares? Now you go in the stores, you don't know what language they're speaking. 1 minute you hear Russian. I'm talking about my area. 1 minute you're hearing Russian, the next minute you're hearing Spanish. Next minute you're hearing I don't know what language you call the people that's from India, what language they speak, but you hear that. That's all designed, bro, to keep us divided and keep their little tribes and their communities. So, and I'm just saying, this is just my opinion. I'm just saying that is the whole point. And while these people are making billions and billions of dollars, you got over 3,000 people that are billionaires. They're living good. They got their bunkers already. They already built their bunkers. So if there's a World War III going on, hey, they go into their bunkers. I don't know if that's going to save them or not, but that's their attitude. What do they care if they spend $10 billion for a bunker when you're worth 250 billion or 100 billion? They don't care about people. They don't care about the average Joe Blow. They don't care about people just being content and happy. with their children and their grandchildren. They don't care about that. Because if they did, they would modernize this country. They would make this country, wouldn't be no homeless people. They wouldn't be spending no $500 million just to bomb one area. Yeah, I feel sorry for these people. They think they're doing God's work. They ain't doing God's work. They're doing the devil's work. And just because you give a few $1 billion here and there don't mean nothing. Because your power is for doing the right thing for people. You got the power. When you have money, you got the power to do the right thing for people. And you allow these people to put all these little stupid laws and policies in place. I'm telling you, man, these people, they think they're doing the right thing, but they're way offline. If they listening to these little prophetic, supposed to be ministers, that ain't nothing but walking with the devil and their own self-interest, shame on them. Shame on them. Because that is not Christ-like, what they living, what they doing. Yeah, I said it. False prophets. False prophets. That's all a bunch of these people are. It's a bunch of false damn prophets. So you go on with your bad self and you keep on listening to those false prophets.
Well, we have to see, Ted. Anything else we got to talk about here? I know we got something going on.
They just traded.
Well,
Kevin Durant.
you got when you say the word false prophet and everything, you talked about Taco because he's giving out false too. So,
Well, he listens to false prophets all the time.
and we just talked about him.
He listens to false prophets all the time. That's
he's sending his disciples out to continue the falsehood. They all on the news on Sunday.
Hey, they traded Kevin Durant.
Well, he's been asking to be traded.
Well, they just traded him to Houston.
Houston? Is that where he wanted to go?
Yeah, that was one of the teams he wanted to go to.
Oh, because I know he had about 3 or 4 teams that he had told him that he would go to, and they traded him to Houston. Man,
And the guy that owns Houston has got a bag.
it's got a what?
A bag. He got a bunch of money.
Well,
So money is no issue.
all them owners got money
Kevin
now.
Durant is going to sign this is my prediction. Kevin Durant is going to sign at least a $2 to $3 multi-million-dollar contract for $60 million a year. I'm just saying that's my prediction. Nothing less than 50.
Yeah, but he's only gonna be around for about a year or two. That's it, man. He done got old.
That's what I say. That's what I'm saying. He's only going to do 2 years.
So he's looking
And
at
they got
somewhere.
rid of 2 of their good players. 4.
You're looking at around $120 million that they're gonna issue out for that old boy in 2
Yeah,
years.
if I was him, I would. If he can get 3, good for him. But if he can get 2 for $50 million or $60 million, he good. Because he's gonna give you a good 2 good years. He got 2 good years left with him. Because he know how to play.
Well, now the question and stuff for me is, why didn't Phoenix keep him? Because I don't see a whole lot of advantages in sending them to Houston.
Well, Houston got a good coach.
But do they have the players? A good coach don't. You got to have players to back up the coach.
They got 2 or 3 good players left still, even though they got rid of 2 of their best players. Kevin Durant, you know, he worked that. And they got a first round for this year, Houston did. And I think they gave away about 3 or 4 second rounds. So they you know, he cost a lot of money. Now, you know, as far as trading and drop picks. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, for him, yeah, but I'm looking at Houston and the NBA and stuff. What the heck they're getting for it? Because man, I don't know. Well, we'll see next year and stuff what the heck happens and stuff. What fans out and what kind of contract he signs over the summer, the kind of negotiations he has, and what they plan on doing with him.
Well, the draft is this week, I think. Yeah, or next week, and I'm excited, bro. This right here look like it's gonna be a good field of draftees, and then I can't wait to summer league because I always watch my summer league. I was watching the WNBA, the Fever and Las Vegas is playing. Ajay Wilson and the Clark girl.
Oh, okay.
And the first half, she got like 10 assists. So she might break the assist record today.
Now, let's go back to the NBA again here. Who bought the Lakers?
Some multi-billionaire. I forget his name, but he
Like
owns
you
the
said.
Chargers too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I thought that Magic Johnson and a conglomerate went and bought the Dodgers out and everything. That he was
Yeah, well, he's part of that. He got a certain percentage. And matter of fact, because of his partnership with the other guy, Magic Johnson got a little part of the Lakers now too again. So
Magic.
I read Jeannie Buss said that she was happy that Magic is back on board.
So Magic is now. Let's draw a picture here. Magic is part owner of the Lakers, the Dodgers, and the Washington Commanders.
And some soccer team. He got 4 or 5 teams out there somewhere. He done won like 15 or 17 championships.
That old boy, Magic, he gonna be way into the billionaire class and stuff now.
Well, you know, he reached the billionaire status. He did reach it.
Well, I know he's in the billions, but he's gonna be up there into the billions. What I'm saying, he gonna be worth at least $10 or $12 billion here, just a little bit.
10 or 20. Oh my goodness, I don't know about that.
Hey, he got 4 teams that we know about, professional teams that we know about.
But he only owns a certain percentage. He don't own outright.
But still, even at 10% of them daggone teams and stuff, he got 10% of all of them. Now consider that she sold the Lakers for what? $20 billion?
10 billion.
10 billion? 10 billion. So at
you know how much your father bought for it? You know how much he paid for it? $67 million.
I know it, and that was big money and stuff back in those days.
Oh yeah, that was big money back then.
Big money back in those days. That was a lot of money back in them days. But
he
now,
bought it in '79.
You consider that she sold her portion of it, a majority portion of it, for $10 billion. Conservatively, that means that if Magic Johnson owns 10%, he's 10% owner, that's $1 billion in his pocket. They bought the Washington Commanders for what? About $5 or $6 billion?
I don't know.
Yeah, they did. They bought him for about $5 or $6 billion because Webster stuff sold him. They finally got rid of him, and I know they paid at least $6 billion for the Washington Commanders, and they paid a hell of a lot of money for them Dodgers. So you throw all that in there, and his little 10% or whatever percentage he got, he's looking at $1 billion in his pocket for each one of them. That's $4 billion. He's getting up there. He getting up there.
Well, nobody ain't gonna really tell you what he really.
Hey, he getting up there. And if he turned around and sold his share in any one of them daggone teams and stuff, he's gonna probably get at least $2 billion for each one of them shares. He's up there. When they start looking at his net worth, he might be tucking at Michael Jordan's pockets. He could
Well,
be
you know,
tucking.
his desire is always to beat Michael Jordan.
Yep. He gonna be tugging at his pockets. I guarantee you. He tugging at Michael Jordan's pockets. He tugging at his pockets. Them old boys are gonna be tit for tat here in just a little bit when they start talking about who is the richest black athlete in just a little bit.
Well, I'm gonna change the subject. This right here is a little.
Go ahead.
My thing is this: Homeland Security, FBI, CIA, FTA, all of these alphabet suits going to have to step up their game, and then we got 17 other agencies for security. So everybody's on alert right now here. I just wanted to say that everybody's on alert right now.
Yeah. Each and every one of them agencies that you just brought up is ran by a fool and ignoramus, including their headset. All of them are ran by fools. This is the time you need somebody with some damn brains and stuff and everything to decide what the heck these folks gonna be doing. When I'm looking at my leader and his ass don't know shit from the hole in the ground and he ain't listening to nothing anybody is telling them, we in trouble. That Christy Nome couldn't fight her way out of a wet paper bag. This is crisis time. This is when you're gonna find out the cream got to start rising to the top, and she ain't got a whole lot of buoyancy and stuff left in her at all. She's sitting down there in the daggone dirt, and most of the folks and stuff who are backing her up don't give a shit about her. Except people in his department and Department of Defense don't give a shit about him. If your folks down there don't care nothing about you, they're not gonna fight for you too daggone much. That's a hell of an epitaph to say about what the heck going on. This man and stuff needs him a war council right now. If he was, which he probably is, Trump acting like a mob boss, his conciliaires and all his daggone council and stuff is weak as all get out. He getting ready to lose this war. We got a mob boss who people who sit behind him can't do nothing. They don't know how to do anything but open their mouth and talk crap. They have no idea what the hell they doing and what it takes to run them agencies. And for somebody to follow you. Because there's a whole lot of people and stuff in headset department and stuff who done quit. I'm getting out of here. I done, they left. All their top-notch folks done left Only ones they got now is them suck butts. And you can't have no suck butt. You gotta have some people down there who gonna talk the daggone truth and gonna tell them the daggone what they're going on, and they gonna listen to them. They know if they tell him something, he ain't gonna listen. So most of them sit at the daggone table, sitting down there looking at him. Well, what do you want to do, Pete? And what he gonna say? What y'all think? Hey, this is your shit. What you wanted to do, Pete? Because they know if they say anything that's out of whack, he gonna fire them. So they closing their mouth. You done sit down there and told your folks and stuff, they ain't nothing. I'm the boss. I know everything. And all he know how to do is go out there and drink with the boys. We in trouble. That's what we looking at, people.
Hey, Ed, where's our heroes?
We don't have none.
We ain't got no heroes?
You got no hero. Trump ain't nobody's hero. Because he's a genius.
Where is our heroes?
He's a genius. We don't have
Here
any.
we are. There's so many of us are just, what this movie used to always say, small potatoes. So many of us are small potatoes. I mean, millions and millions of us in this country are small potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
And we just work. We should just work, when we work and all of that, come home, take care of our family. That's it, small potatoes.
That's it.
We ain't involved in all that other stuff, trying to get all the money and power and all that. We're just small potatoes. So, I mean, the thing is, to me, everybody counts. And they have counted all the small potatoes out. They don't care. They don't care. Small potatoes. And the small potatoes are believing lies, propaganda, misinformation. Because, well, I ain't gonna say they're too lazy. Maybe they're not aware, but there's so much good information out there where you can find the truth.
There's a thing, Ted, and some of our past heroes, and I'm thinking one. I got one in my mind right now, and his name was Martin Luther King.
Yes.
And his thing was that you cannot tell about a person's character and what he's doing until things get bad.
Mm.
When things get bad, then you know where they at. But when things get bad and stuff in the Trump administration, everybody looking at Trump because he's the hero. He's a genius. And things done got bad. And they can't look to nobody to help them to do anything because he can't think past his name. That's it. We're in trouble. That's all I can say. We're in trouble because anyone who sat down there and tell people there was a total destruction in less than 24 hours, they got news agencies out there saying it ain't, they still got stuff going on there in Iran. They still got symptoms of it. They still got the technology to do whatever the hell they want to do. And they're heading to Russia, and Russia got a stockpile of shit over there, man, that they don't even know what they had going on. They got nuclear warheads, they got everything over there. And the first place they're heading to is where? To Russia. And Putin, will give up his nuclear warheads and nuclear capabilities and stuff real quick.
And those people in Iran are smart.
Yes, sir. They going right to him. Hey, buddy, We need some nuclear stuff here. And he gonna send it to him. Y'all do what y'all want to do.
Well, I'm praying for our military. You got 40,000 out there.
40,000.
I'm praying for our military, man. They out there doing their job and doing what they're supposed to do.
They
And
got
now
them out there.
they're on high level alert.
High level alert, and they dangling in the wind because they have no idea what the commander in chief gonna say and what the hell he gonna do.
And then on top of that, you know, they got all these warships and everything hovering around the area. So if anything go down, then it's going to be a whole lot of missiles going somewhere.
There's a whole lot of, and he gonna golf it.
That's what he's doing.
He gonna find he on the golf course. He on the golf course. He ain't drunk. What we gonna do? I don't know. Bomb him. We got a fool leading our military. Final word, Ted.
Pray for our military. All our security people.
Y'all heard it for there. Well, you guys, a whole lot of folks out there, Ted. I just popped up somebody else and said he did the right thing by bombing Iran. Yeah, BB put a big sign up on one of his buildings and said, "Thank you, Mr. President," because you might have saved us.
Up, bro. He know how to suck up.
He know how to suck up because he was in trouble. I'm telling you, and I don't know what the heck he talking about because they ain't done with him. They turn around there and less than 6 hours later, they sent him more missiles over there to Tel Aviv. They bombing the crap out of Israel again. Ted, you can't make me think that China didn't come over there and drop off a shitload of missiles over there to Iran.
Yeah, they know how to make them themselves.
That's what I'm saying. They got the raw materials. They can make that stuff just as fast as the United States can even think about. They got the raw material to make that stuff. And they can make them military missiles and everything that Iran needed. They can make them overnight and ship it to them. Fly it in. Here you go. Everything you need. And don't say a word. How you think they got all them daggone missiles they shooting over there to Israel? Every day they sending anywhere between 200 to 400 of them every day. And it's been going on for almost 2 weeks straight. I know damn well Iran didn't have all that stuff on their stockpile. Somebody is helping them. Big time. The United States can't help Israel. They got to keep something for themselves. That's my final word, people. We are not prepared for a war. Nowhere near it. Trump's out there playing tiddlywinks, and these people going to call his bluff. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.